Stop everything you're doing right now. What I'm about to show you will change how you see Caitlin Clark's injury forever. We caught the WNBA's biggest star doing something that exposes her own team's lies. And I'm not talking about some rumor or speculation. We have video proof that will make your jaw drop. For 13 games, they've told us she's too injured to play basketball. But wait until you see what she was doing while supposedly being too hurt to step on a court. This isn't just incompetence. This is a full-blown scandal that goes deeper than anyone imagined. By the end of this video, you're going to be furious at what they've done to the greatest player in women's basketball history. And if you're a true Caitlin Clark fan, you need to see this evidence before her return. Are you ready to have your mind blown? Because what we discovered is absolutely insane. Let's dive in. It all started July 15th, 2025. Clark re-aggravated a groin injury against the Connecticut Sun. What should have been a minor setback. It's now stretched into her 13th consecutive missed game. 13 games, people. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. Holly Rowe just exposed something that should have every fan furious at the Indiana Fever. They publicly admitted, that they completely botched Clark's previous return. Are you sitting down? They threw the WNBA's biggest star back on the court with zero practice time, no conditioning, no ramp-up period whatsoever. Would you treat your car this way? Of course not. Yet they're doing this to the most important player in women's basketball history. This isn't just incompetence, this is negligence at the highest level. And now they're being more cautious with a timeline pointing to the third week of August. Translation? They messed up so badly that now they're overcompensating, keeping their meal ticket benched for weeks longer than necessary. But wait, it gets even crazier. Then came the moment that exposes the truth. A 5-second video from Des Moines shows Clark at a community event, effortlessly kicking a soccer ball with perfect form and zero signs of discomfort. Now, before you roll your eyes, think about this. A proper soccer kick requires explosive hip movement, sudden directional changes, and exactly the groin muscle engagement that would be impossible with a real injury. If she can do this effortlessly, why isn't she dominating on the basketball court? One sports analyst said it perfectly. If you can kick a soccer ball, you're pretty damn close to playing basketball. Exactly. So what's really going on here? Look at her movement in that video. Perfect athletic fluidity, no pain, no hesitation, smooth follow-through. This is a woman who's clearly ready to compete. Yet her own team keeps making excuses. Do you see what's happening? This isn't about Clark's health. It's about the Fever covering up their own medical mismanagement. But here's what makes this even more incredible. While her organization fails her medically, Clark has been showing up for her community in ways that'll bring tears to your eyes. That same Des Moines event, she personally handed out backpacks and school supplies to over 500 students. We're talking about a superstar athlete dealing with organizational incompetence, still taking time to make sure kids feel special and heard. Have you seen the videos of children meeting Clark? Pure magic. Kids getting emotional, tears of joy, moments that'll stick with them forever. And Clark doesn't rush through these interactions. She gets down to their level, makes them laugh, shows them they matter. Think about this. She's doing all this community work while frustrated about being kept away from basketball by her own team's failures. That's character, people. So let's connect the dots. You have a superstar who's clearly physically ready, proven by her athletic movements and active community involvement, yet she's been sidelined for 13 games because her medical staff admits they screwed up. Does this make sense to you? If Clark had a serious groin injury requiring this extended absence, could she be jumping around at events and performing soccer kicks? Of course not. What we're witnessing is an organization that doesn't know how to manage their greatest asset. They rushed her back initially, realized their mistake, and now they're being so overly cautious, they're hurting both Clark and the team's playoff chances. Some fans are even whispering about other factors: contract disputes, organizational politics, things that have nothing to do with her physical condition. The complete lack of transparency from the Fever only fuels more speculation. But here's what really gets me angry. While her organization fails her repeatedly, Clark continues handling this with incredible grace and professionalism. She deserves so much better. And it's not just about Clark or her fans. This affects the entire WNBA. Television ratings drop when she doesn't play. Arena attendance suffers. The mainstream media attention she brings disappears when she's not on court. Clark has been the driving force behind the WNBA's surge in popularity. Her extended absence due to organizational failures is literally costing the entire league money, attention, and momentum at the most crucial time. Think about the fans who bought tickets, merchandise, and league passes specifically to watch her play. They've invested emotionally and financially, defended her against criticism, supported her through every controversy. Now they're watching games without their favorite player because the Fever can't get their act together. Do you think that's fair? But here's the truth every Clark fan needs to hear. This situation actually proves how special and resilient she really is. Despite being failed by her organization, despite missing crucial games, despite unfair criticism, she handles everything with remarkable grace. That soccer video critics are using against her? It actually proves the opposite. It shows a physically ready, mentally strong athlete maintaining her competitive edge while forced to sit on the sidelines. That's not lack of commitment. That's a true competitor ready to dominate. When Clark returns, and she will return soon, she's going to be physically ready, mentally focused, and more motivated than ever. Athletes who go through adversity like this often come back even stronger, and Clark has all the tools to do exactly that. The WNBA better be ready. When Caitlin Clark steps back on that court, she's going to remind everyone exactly why she's the most important player in women's basketball. The anticipation is building, her readiness is obvious, and her motivation will be at an all-time high. What do you think about this whole situation? Are you as frustrated as I am with how the Fever is handling their superstar? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from every Clark fan out there. If this video opened your eyes to what's really happening with Caitlin Clark, smash that like button and share it with every basketball fan you know. They need to see this truth too. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we're going to be following this story closely. When Clark makes her triumphant return, you'll want to be the first to know. Thanks for watching. And remember, Caitlin Clark deserves better, and so do her fans. We'll keep fighting for the truth until she gets the respect and proper treatment she's earned. See you in the next one.